Welcome to Movie World Plus, the place where we talk movies, plus streaming, plus whatever I want to talk about in Hollywood. I'm Andy Signor, and I have an exclusive clip of Bam Margera to share with you. I have been holding on to this one for a while. I think it's a lot of fun. I figured with Jackass Forever out, which I just saw last night and I'm here to review, I thought the timing couldn't be more perfect to finally unveil this clip with Bam. Before I get there, yes, there's a lot of drama happening with this movie. A lot of people are upset. They're asking, is Bam Margera in Jackass Forever? And the answer is no. There are rumors of deleted scenes that he shot, that he apparently was shooting the film in the beginning and then he had to leave the film because of his substance problems, so he says. But no, he's saying that's not true. He was medicated and he is now suing the film, and it has taken a step forward. He did score a legal win in his ongoing lawsuit. So we will see where all of this nets out. But the film itself is worth seeing beyond all the drama. But Bam fans are clearly upset with it. Now, I want to review this film. I know a lot of you aren't going to see it because of Bam, but before I get into my review of the film, let's share this exclusive scene I shot with Bam. Now, I shot this like 10 years ago with Bam. It's never got to get released. And now I'm just going to release it. So here it is, exclusive deleted scene with Bam Margera.
Come on down to Jackass Land. Oh! Jackass Land has the world's most dangerous unlicensed rides like roller potties and Africanized bees of the Caribbean. Every guest at Jackass Land is greeted with a friendly smile and a free staple to the face. Dare to live on the edge? Experience nasal terror with Bam's Wasabi Smash.
It's like fire!
And for the rest of 2010, free pirate beards for the kids. So come on down to Jackass Land where all the sickest dreams come true.
Yay! Now, look, I had a lot of fun doing that. That was clearly a skit. We did it with Bam. We got him in. He came in studio. It wasn't the easiest to shoot with, but he kept his glasses on so he could just read the teleprompter, and then it became a piece of cake. I had a lot of fun with it. And then we did it as promotion. I think it was for Jackass 3 at that point, maybe 2. All I know is Johnny Knoxville said no. Johnny Knoxville was like, we don't like it. And at the time, I was working for a place that no longer exists. That was like, okay, well, we're just going to listen to Johnny Knoxville. I'm like, but it's a parody. It's Jackass Land. Let's put this out. And no one wanted to put it out. So there it is. It's finally out. Thanks to my amazing cast in that. They were so wonderful. They were so funny. And Bam, you were actually really great in it too. Thank you for showing up and doing that. We had a lot of fun with it. So look, I got to work with Bam. He was a very nice guy. Look, he showed up late. He's clearly not an actor. But he was a nice guy. He had fun with it. And it's sad to see that this final Jackass Forever couldn't include him, I'll be honest. That said, if you can get past that issue, this movie is a lot of fun. And I would highly encourage you see it with the biggest audience possible, because I haven't seen this heard this kind of laughing in a theater since maybe Jackass 3. But if you are a fan of the Jackass movies, of that immature, knocking each other out type of humor, this one does not disappoint. And I think, look, the theater-going experience, we just got to experience it with Spider-Man, all those amazing reactions. Films like Spider-Man and then Jackass are the reason why movie theaters are around, in my opinion. Movie-going experience is a communal experience that it's so much better when you can react with an audience. And I'm telling you, this weekend, if you get the chance and you feel you can go to a theater, I've actually brought a mask, because I always do in the theaters, but I was laughing and coughing so much that I was like, I need to be... There's definitely particles in this room, so be warned. If you're freaked out by that sort of stuff, the current way of things, be warned, because there was a lot of guffawing, just laughter and craziness in this film, and I highly, highly, highly recommend it. It's a lot of fun, and it's just nice to have these guys back. Yes, they're all a lot older. They're in their 50s or so, and... just seeing it again makes me laugh. Some people never learn. It does make me laugh. When you watch the movie, you realize, my God, these people are just putting themselves through HE double hockey sticks for our enjoyment and for these reactions. And you can just see Johnny and its director, Jeff Tremaine, just constantly pushing them, laughing at them. One could think this wasn't fun to do at all, and they're doing it to get paid, and they're getting pushed beyond their comfort zone. There's a couple moments throughout the film. There's one moment with Wee Man and a vulture where I was like, are there safe words? Like, you can just tell at a point. Wee Man was like, I'm done. Enough. We got it. No. And they kept going. And you could tell as they kept going. And then finally, Johnny's like, okay, and undoes it. But that's sort of this movie in a nutshell. They really will push the boundaries. Beyond that, obviously the guys are older. They introduce a whole new crew. And this guy's name, what is his name? The new crew was, aside from obviously Knoxville, Steve-O, Chris, Dave, Weeman, Ehren, all coming, and Preston all coming back. These are the new people. Sean, Poopies, Zach Holmes, that's Zach who I was looking for. Eric, Manaka, Jasper, and Rachel Wolfson, the first woman but here they are, the new, it's great. They look like they diversified. His dad shows up and gives some of the funniest hold on, I'll get in there a second. Here's some of the new crew with Steve-O. And Rachel's, it's nice to see a woman in here go on and do some stunts, which she does. But Zach here, man, he really took the cake. His scenes are insane. And here he is literally just jumping off into a pile of cactuses. But I liked having this new blood in the film. I got to be honest. It was really fun to see new people be egged on by the crew. The films have always had sort of that reaction where everyone's just sitting there laughing like the audience to encourage them to laugh along and not be like, oh, this seems mean. No, they're there to like laugh with each other. And I think that's why this format is able to work again. And particularly this one. Ehren, to me, between the cups test, this one, and the big stunt, I'll tell you in a second, Ehren really was a standout and deserves a round of applause for going through what he did. But here they put this like awful spider. The new guy's dad, who's like, what is this? They call him Shank. Like, it's like, this is like super tough guy. Like, they're like, my dad's from the ghetto and he's super tough, but he hates bugs. And so you see this like super tough guy, and man, he does not like bugs. His reactions are so great, and you can tell the crew just like kept bringing him back to have some more reactions as it was going. But here they are trying to blow a spider from one tank to the other. And the spider goes to the new guy's bowl, and it is just hilarious. But nothing takes the cake. Nothing takes the cake to what to me was the best moment of the film, where they've shown this in the trailers, I believe. Not spoiling. I'm gonna tell you what happens, but they get in Ehren and they put him on they send him to a lie detector, and they put a shock collar on his neck. And Johnny's there asking questions. If you lie, he gets shocked. And so you think that's the bit. It's sort of like funny. He's getting shocked. He hates it. And then out of nowhere, Johnny starts pouring a whole vat of honey all over him. And then Johnny starts putting some like salmon pieces, like the fish, salmon, all over his crotch and his underwear. And then, Johnny's like disappears. He disappears. And then this door opens and out comes a grizzly bear. Like real grizzly bear. And this face says it all. It was just so damn funny and scary. And you're like, oh my God, he's dripping honey. He's got salmon in his underwear. And the bear comes over and starts eating off his lap. And it's just hilarious, terrifying, and sort of sums up Jackass as a whole. You could just tell Ehren was so upset and scared. And for some of you, you're not going to like that. Some of you are going to be like, this makes me feel weird. For those of you who enjoy that sense of humor, Jackass Forever delivers. Now, again, getting back to sort of the Bam of it all, why is he not in it? Well, obviously big fallout between all of them. He had Jeff Tremaine, the director, had to file a restraining order that got public. He was fired from the movie, and he doesn't appear in the movie. There's no scenes or anything of him. And unless he's in the background, it wasn't noticeable at all to me that he was in the movie. But in January, Variety reported that the star would appear in one stunt, but even that seems to be archival footage taken from a previous movie. I didn't even notice him in the old stuff too. They do a rehash of the whole sort of Jackass history, and I never saw him in the whole movie. He said on the Instagram, I wrote so many ideas, and if I'm not in the movie and they use my ideas, how do you think that will make me feel? In the same interview with John, he claimed that Knoxville claimed that Margera had exited the film after testing positive for Adderall. This chimes with Margera's own Instagram videos about the incident, in which he claimed that the movie distributor Paramount had subjected him to random urine tests and made him check into 2 rehab facilities. He said that the Adderall was prescribed to him, is what his argument was. But Knoxville said, we all wanted him, we wanted him all throughout the movie, but unfortunately that's not the way it worked out. It's really heartbreaking. I love Bam. We all love Bam. And that's not how, so obviously Margera is now sued. Tremaine filed a restraining order against Bam. Margera has now sued Knoxville, Tremaine, and multiple other producers. 6 months after the stunt has said one of his videos, the last thing I want to do is be in a courtroom with Jeff Tremaine. I love him. But Steve-O sort of summed it all up, and I think it's now deleted, but he put it out there and he said, look, everyone bent over backwards for Bam. We bent over backwards to get you in the movie, and all you had to do was not get loaded. You've continued to get loaded. It's that simple. So it became an insurance problem, but was the Adderall prescribed? What's the real story here? Bam feels like he got screwed. It feels like he did follow along. It felt like he was doing everything he had to do just to follow their insurance and safety claims. And now his lawsuit is proceeding. So we'll see what happens here. But he's suing Paramount, MTV, Knoxville, Tremaine, Spike Jonze, everybody. And it'll be interesting to see if meeting the minimum requirements to survive dismissal certainly is the same thing as proving this case on its merits. There will still be work to be done, but still this is considered a significant win for Bam's side of things. The lawsuit has survived intact, which means that unless the two sides settle out of court, which is still possible, the issue will likely see a courtroom. So that's a big deal. So they're like, yeah, you have a case. All right, it's going forward. So now they'll see if they settle and just pay off, if Paramount or MTV just pays off for everybody and puts this away instead of risking long-term residual payments. Who knows? But clearly a sad way to end the Jackass legacy with one of their own in shambles, suing them in court. All of that said, I gotta say, even though with that hanging over it, as a Jackass fan, I still had fun with Jackass Forever. I think it was a nice sentiment to see these guys. I think they could continue this with the new people, even if Johnny or Steve-O or some of them just show up in roles, and maybe Bam can work out a deal where he is able to show up and clean himself up. I would love nothing more than that. Could they sustain this? Would you guys want them to do more? What do you think? Are you excited for the film? I say check it out in a theater, most definitely if you can. And if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button here to Movie World, where we talk more movie stuff. I'll be sharing a lot more exclusives, scoops, and so much more. So hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that bell, and leave a comment down below. Will Bam's involvement not being in the film, will that affect your judgment of seeing the film? I want to hear your thoughts down below. What's your favorite Jackass stunt? Tell me all that stuff down below. Thanks so much for watching here on Movie World Plus.